in December of 2014, my mom was hit head-on by a drunk driver on the highway, and she was airlifted to Sparrow Hospital. During that time, I received a call from my dad saying that my mom was in a car accident and I was down in Indiana going to school at St. Mary's College. When all the kids were there, it's, all right, well, mom hasn't woken up yet, she's in a coma, we're not sure like how it's gonna be if and when she wakes up, but we need to be at the hospital all the time, so we had like the rotating shifts. You know, because if we left her alone in the hospital room, you know, she can't answer for herself or anything, so it's important to have someone there with her. And then when she did wake up 6 weeks later, it was kind of, okay, so where do we go from here? She's got a long rehab ahead of her. She's always going to need help from the way it looks. And at that point, we sat down and talked again, and I was kind of like, well, what if I move home? She gave up her whole career, her whole life. She used to be a teacher, an amazing teacher, and she dropped all that to take care of mom. That is a family dynamic that is unlike any other.
My kids have just rallied around, and everybody said, let's, help Ellen out. And Ellen did, she had taken care of all of us so much that everybody really felt they could pitch in. And it was kind of weird how many people came up to me and said Ellen was my best friend. For them to really tell me that, it was, because she's my best friend, you can't have her, so to speak.
If we didn't have Origami, I don't know where we would have gone. My dad said there's Origami, and that was pretty much end of discussion.
Well, I'll tell you, being a rehab doctor and dealing with brain injury for 20 years or more before Ellen got hurt probably altered my opinion on things. I mean, I don't know how it couldn't. I'm a big fan of interdisciplinary rehabilitation, so our teams working together, the therapists, and the scheduling, and having, kind of everything under one roof, where the physician is here, where we had the team conferences as a family, with a case manager and nursing, and having all of that under one roof made a big difference, and having the therapists talk to each other so one side knows what they're doing. I mean, we had for some of the time, we had occupational therapy coming into our house to kind of help her do her activity of daily livings in our own house. Was very helpful. But I've been very, very, very happy with how it's turned out, and I think all the things that I hoped we could do, or hoped that Origami could do, have happened.
It's not like you go in and you bring mom in for a 1-hour session and then it's done. You go in, you get to stay with your mom the whole time, you get to see everything they're working on, and they'll show you things you can do at home, and they're definitely looking to not just help my mom, but they help all of us.
The Origami went above and beyond what I could expect, and by making my mother better, it makes all of us just happier knowing, and she's seeing her thrive and having her life back as best as we can make it for her. They really care about my mom, which is, that's all I can ask. That's my number one, that's my girl. So when you feel that with them, it makes it easier to really listen and move forward and push for her.
If this were to happen to you or to your mom, this is how you'd want her to be. She seems happy. But there's a lot more to her, like she still has opinions. They're all in there, and she's bringing them out more and more.
For me, it's a smile. I mean, it sounds kind of simple, and it is, but her looking up and smiling and saying hi and being happy with what we're doing has been the thing that gets me throughout every day. She is content with the world, and and she is still in love with her family, and I got to say that beats what most of us have. So I'm very grateful for that.